the practice of acupuncture involves the treatment of the channels. And the channels are lines of energy that flow through the body that enable that body to not only exist, but to move and develop and be in touch with the past and the future, and to be able to make decisions and to assimilate nutrition. These channels that allow the emergence of the human being also allowed the emergence of humanity itself. So I think that the channels are extra earthly, that they come from outside the earth and they flow through the earth and they allow the emergence of this beautiful thing called humanity. And so the practice of acupuncture appeared in Chinese culture fully formed. There's no part of the history of acupuncture that says, well, first we discovered a point and we discovered that when we hit that another point, when we touched another point, there seemed to be some kind of magical connection. And then from there, like a Lego project, you build the practice of acupuncture. There is no record of that. Acupuncture appears with Huang Di, the Yellow Emperor, in its fully formed state with all the channels. So depending on how you count them, it's over 60 channels of energy lines, that they are all there, and voila. And not only are they all here, but this is how you use them. So the application of the channels and how to ensure that the channels are conducting energy in a way that's free flowing has been a part of acupuncture from day one. So the decline of acupuncture comes in proportion to the degree to which humanity wanted to control it with ego, or they wanted to understand it with the mind instead of with the spirit. Because acupuncture, when it's practiced well, that the practitioner is not thinking about their knowledge. They're in a state where the knowledge is almost tertiary. It's in the background, and they are in a state where they are occupied solely by intention. So it's with the intention that the practitioner activates the channels. And for a long time, there were no needles. So you had channels and intention. Another word for that is shamanism, where the practitioner was close to the body or remote from the body, but thinking about that person and focused on their life challenge in that time, which caused a blockage in the flow of the channels. And that shaman, with their knowledge of the channels and with their instinct and intention, was able to free that blockage, which is caused by the mind always. Chapter 1 of the classical text, the most important classical text in Taoist medicine, is all illness begins in the mind. So the job of the shaman was to act without touching, with intention. And then as people became more materialist, progressively more materialist, and now in 2023, where it's hard to imagine being more materialist as a culture, but it was starting way back when. So then the channels began to have points, and this point does this, and that point does that, and that point does that. That kind of thinking emerged where the channel became quantified and had points that you could assign a function to, whereas in actual fact, the channel is the sum total of all those functions. But there was a desire of the human mind to break it down, to make it more understandable through the mind. So we're moving away from the spirit.